is a gift from the universe. Consciousness of the bliss written in the verse. Mistakes in life is truly not a curse. Just be grateful for life that you live in first. Oh. Joink. Test, test, test. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Welcome, Slush. Welcome, everybody. There you go, more firm, updated, taller, stronger. Yes, I'm okay. What? Are you okay? When I'm here, I'm happy. Like before I press go live, I make sure I want to go live, or else I just don't. That's why we have a community that's peaceful. If I don't feel good, I just sleep. So it doesn't feel forceful, you know? But a lot of people have been off track. You know why? No meditation, no gratitude. Back to the same old, you know, they made a New Year resolution. Fell off already. We only in February. Then keep growing. Some people, they wanna, right? But you can always get back on it, brothers, sisters. You wanted to be more positive in your day. Just, if you fall off, get back on, that's it. Sometimes people only want to develop when it's easy. They don't want to climb a big mountain. They want to climb a little mountain. You go to the park, Herman Park, you climb a little hill. And then you come home. But to develop your life, the mountain is in here. Conquer yourself. That's why one of the Buddha's quote. It's better to conquer yourself than to conquer 1,000 men. How do you meditate? Like, how do you get in the space of mind of peacefulness? I teach you in here how every day. Every day I teach you all the techniques that it takes, but a lot of you don't take me seriously. But the ones that do, you see their life cruising up, cruising America. Because it looks like I'm just saying random stuff. But the one that take the word seriously, their life, the one that don't, they keep asking the same question in circle. And some people, they just come here, they just want meditation music. I'm glad there's a ton of meditation music online for them already. So many sound healing on TikTok now. So many. So many. But they still come here and tell me to stop talking and play music. Like, there's a ton. Oh yeah, maybe what's his name not on that. Sounds of Pangea was not on yet, huh? I'm on a fixed income, but I like to send you. Yeah, you don't have to send anything, you know. From your heart. That's why I learned from my teacher, if you're gonna give from your heart. There's no obligation. Everything in here, pure. That's why it works. Sometimes people come in just to listen. Oh, for sure. The peaceful people I'm grateful for. Because or else we would not have community. You know, I stream almost every day. And there's at least 300, 400 people. That's a lot of people. Even on a Monday night, Olympics is going off. There's still 200, 300 people. That's a serious commitment. So I don't take that for granted at all. I realize, wow, there's really dedicated people who are blossoming. When the Olympic over, here they come. Because you don't need a lot of mature people, just few. The one that will do the work is few. The one that come to fall asleep, they just come here for 1 or 2 hours. A lot don't develop until they have a problem. And then they'll come back here and ask questions. Because we do a lot of wisdom in this community. They only miss you when they need you. But that's just how it is, you know. I learned that from my teacher. You know what he says? When he sees somebody that don't come to the temple for 2 years. Oh, hi, long time no see. Why you come back? My son in jail. I didn't know that was gonna happen with me too, because you know, I'm just, oh, it's the same thing here. Oh, I haven't seen you for 6 months. What happened? I haven't seen you for 1 year. What happened? I talk to two to three girls a week and I'm still not happy. I have a lot of money now. I tried to tell you earlier, but your ego too big because you got 6 figure now. Welcome back. dead. Welcome, Hannah. Because the Master always tells us we're not here for entertainment, we're here to change lives. The music is for clearing the energy and uplifting. When your mind is clear, heart open, the wisdom can enter. But when mind not clear, heart not open, wisdom, it just bounce off you like a raindrop. It's like you're wearing a rain jacket for wisdom. Instead of it getting through, you're like, you're blocking the wisdom. But they don't know they were blocking the wisdom with the wisdom jacket. How you, and that's called what? Ego. Well, how do you get through to the ego and open the mind? It's difficult, but there's a lot of techniques, lots of techniques. You just have to have a good teacher, good student. You have to lock in, get rid of all the distraction, and lock in for a while. There's too many distractions nowadays because we live in a time of abundance. There's so much access to everything that we're so ungrateful. You don't even have to go hunt your own food or farm it, and yet we're still ungrateful. And we overconsume. We're eating too damn much. That we're dying from it, and we still don't pay attention. I always remember the Master says, to have a good morning, you need to do more than just eat some donuts and a cup of coffee. That's a real comment. Some people, to them, I ate 3 donuts and a coffee. That's a great morning. That's why, right? Real and recognize real. Like, you want a good morning, you got to do more than just eat some donuts. Some people, they don't know that because they don't have wisdom to them, right? And 2 tacos and 2 donuts. Now that, wait. Right, because who the hell makes that comment? The real one do. It shows you how people truly, like, the unaware, that's how we think. A good morning, we go to the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A. Oh, and you get orange juice. Oh, you got orange juice. That's a great morning. Somebody said their what passed away? My mother-in-law just passed and I need some guidance. I don't know how to take on the head of the household role now that she's gone. So you feel that role is meant for you. That's why you ask the question. The universe never give you something you cannot handle. Your best is good enough. Look what I'm doing here. I'm just some dude trying to help people, and it's my dream to be of service. I just take it day by day, but I remember the wisdom from my teachers. I give my life to being here. That's why people don't like, oh, damn, he's always on. It almost like sometimes you're so consistent it bugs people, but they don't realize why you're always on. Because it's my purpose. There's the sacrifice it took to get here, but it's not sacrifice. I need to be here because it's where it makes my life feel like, wee. Yeah, some days I'll super quiet, like, oh, where's everybody? That's when I mentor deeper. Nowadays, the traffic increasing. Now we gotta do more music because we need to clear people's energy. The inner circle always good because the inner circle in the community pay attention. The mainstream, they don't pay attention. They just want this only. Shut up and play the ball. Like, sorry. Here, I put the diagram for you. I say, I do this for 2 hours, okay? After 2 hours, they came later. But luckily now there's a lot of sound healer. Lots and lots of crystal bowl and Tibetan bowl practitioner. But what about wisdom practitioner? Are you wisdom practitioner? You know, my teacher, he's always serving people 24/7, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm like, why does he do that? When you stay dedicated, some magic happens. It's called mandala. Right? A mandala is a moving vortex, like a channel of energy that flows. Well, to keep the mandala open, you have to keep developing, right? You have to stay in the cycle of service and not stop. Right? In the beginning, it's super slow. But if you keep going, and as you help more people, they help open the mandala. And how do you open it together? Through your life blossoming, through you being more peaceful, through you choosing compassion rather than anger, through you spinning the wheel of fortune rather than the wheel of samsara, the wheel of misfortune. Would you like the wheel of fortune or the wheel of misfortune? Be the change or be the complaint? They say be the change, but how come they be the complaint more? Glad everything's good with you, Alyosha. Thank you, Sister Christy, for your dedication. Michael, Todd. Welcome, Andrew. See, I brought the bowl higher, you know. Gotta dial something in. There we go. The good thing is I see a lot of sound healers upgrade their audio equipment. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to see that. Because before, everybody didn't really put effort in audio equipment for their sound healing. But nowadays, I see their audio thing improve a lot more. Like, finally, how can they get good sound if you don't even have a good mic? Or a decent microphone? So I'm glad to see the development of the sound healers. Because now they reach a lot more people. Thank you. Welcome, Twin. Welcome, Michael Davis. Sister Bella here. Spring season coming, right? In America, at least. In Australia, not sure what season they're in. Welcome, Stephanie. Last night we had the For You page. It was quiet for the past maybe 5-6 session, you know. Because Olympic over. What can you tell us about the Schumann resonance? The external energy doesn't affect you as much if you regulate your own internal resonance, which is stay present and centered. If you're not centered, everything outside of you affects you. You get pissed off easy. The Mercury, Gatorade affect you. Freaking your cat across the street piss you off. If you're not centered within, everything else affect you. You're too sensitive. You're an empath. But when you're centered, you see it affects your mind, but at your core, all is one. That's called practitioner. You practice, you stay centered. It's hard to be useful to humanity when you're pissed off and insensitive and ineffective. Sensitive is fine, but be effective. If you're sensitive and ineffective, that's called wasting your time. Some words might hurt some people, so in here we practice focus on results, not illusions, because I've been trained that way. Results. truth that will change your life, the ego don't like, because we're sometimes so attached to what we think we know, or what we do know, but what we know doesn't lead to good result, and we still don't open our mind. Imagine you don't have a good result in your life with the knowledge that you know, or maybe you don't know how to have good result. You have to open your heart and mind to learning. But some people's ego, they don't want to see that their life don't have good result. It hurts to hear that you're so smart that you don't have results. You know so much, but how come you're still lonely and sad? Because you don't know how to be happy, and it hurts to hear that you don't know how to be happy, but you're trying. We're all trying. But I pay attention to people that achieve it. Do you pay attention to the people that achieve joy, contentment, and happiness? Or do we just throw on a label, happy, while feeling depressed and sad inside? And sadly, we get manipulated a lot by Wingstop, by going out and eating and drinking and smoking and partying to distract us from how we truly feel by hits of dopamine. New games coming out, new shows. That's why many people just want me to do this. Shh. Yeah, I personally don't follow too much of the Schumann resonance because I follow my breath. But are they interested in being a practitioner? We can't blame everything on the Mercury retrograde. We can't blame everything on the full moon. We can be responsible for our energy through practice. I see when people depend too much on the full moon to blame and the Mercury retrograde, they're using all these spiritual niches, and even non-spiritual. Some people blame the government. Some people blame their ex, and some people even blame themselves. Well, what about being responsible for your energy? No, thank you. But in here, when somebody is responsible for their energy, their life is way more stable for the people who blame all day. Because they be the change they wish to see in their life, rather than be the complaint. Because being the complaint doesn't change the outcome, but being the change in your life does. Right? It's hard to change people around you, but you can change your attitude, your mentality, your action, your discipline. You can do that. Hello, welcome. As real. I didn't realize I could be my own energy. Most of my life I have only reacted. That's called being a human being. But you're a spiritual being having a human experience. You woke up to that. Many people have not. Many people don't even realize they can be in the present moment without thinking, without anxiety, just clear in the moment. They've never been here and clear. And some people go through their whole life not even realizing your mind could be crystal clear, and breathe deeply and enjoy the moment without over-analyzing everything. Everyone has a different gift and blessing. Everyone has a gift and blessing, multiple gift and blessing, something organic. But I want to share with you what I've been noticing lately online. Yesterday, I met my first AI bot in the chat that was trying to convince me to be pro AI. Usually nobody like, yeah, let's go AI. Never. Nobody says, yay, AI. But when I saw it for the first time, I was like, this is weird. Never, yeah. And it was a chat, like somebody in the community. They had a regular profile picture, and then in the profile, they had some kind of rage-baity profile, like something to trigger people. And the account was created 2 hours ago. That's what caught my attention. I was like, and was acting out of the ordinary, right? Because I pay attention to how people talk. I don't really like talking about AI because it's such a, makes us kind of stressed out a little bit. But I like to share the observation of what, I like to share how we experience it as it evolves so we can inform each other of, so that you don't get manipulated. The most effective form of AI engagement that I've seen is rage bait. Everything online right now, a lot of it is about rage bait. And I just want y'all to be aware they're using negativity and anger to get you to just get in the door. Yeah, clickbait, but they use negativity. And even the AI bots are operated through rage bait. So I just want y'all to do your best to not respond using, respond with compassion and patience. And choose one love. Notice it, be aware of it, and stay centered. Or else, you become a bass. They get you. Hello, welcome, Patricia. Edibles. I'm not sure. You've been sober for 2 months now? Shout out to Edibles 420, sober for 2 months. How the world has changed around here. From Edibles 420 to Edibles 0. I drink occasionally. Yeah, you have a healthy relationship that doesn't possess your life. You don't need to be 1000% sober. You just have to have a healthy relationship with your life. Because it's not realistic, because some people know how to handle things and some people don't. Some people don't know how to stop at one drink. Last night, somebody was here with 5 beers and thinking they're fine. They were being sloppy as hell. I had to let them know 5 beers is unhealthy. That's why I don't play video game. I don't have a good handle on video games. I'm the perfectionist type. I just want to keep going until I get better and better and it possesses you. I played a lot of games, so I grew up playing video games. Lots. We always had a gaming console since I was born. Marianne says, you talking about how people abuse plant medicine helped me decrease my usage because I was abusing it. Thank you for respecting the plant teacher, the mother plant. She just gives us a hug, but sometimes we're like, no, more. Right? The hug is to heal. When we respect the plant teacher, we respect ourselves, and eventually you go and heal other people too. Or when we abuse the plant, we abuse people, ourselves, but we don't know it, you know. So good work from Sister Marianne. I played, I grew up, my cousins had a Nintendo playing Street Fighter. Then my father got us a Super Nintendo with Donkey Kong Country. Then we owned a VHS store that rented out a whole console, the Sega Genesis console, and I played, right? So I grew up, and then eventually I got a PS1, played Gran Turismo 2, and then I eventually got a PlayStation 1. I got PlayStation 2, NBA Street Volume 2, right? And then my sister got us onto emulators, right? I don't have a Game Boy, but we had Game Boy emulators, save money, right? And then I played games on a computer called Sodat. It was a 2D shooter, right? And then I got into PC gaming. We played, the first thing was like Ragnarok. And then we played a lot of, remember a game called Gunbound? It's like a little machine shooter. Pew! That was the first online gaming that I did, and I was hooked. And StarCraft, yeah, I was exposed to StarCraft at a young age, and then StarCraft 2 came out, but I was bad at those games. I was just playing it because to escape from my reality. I didn't even try to get better. I just kind of like escapism, you know. And then I got into like Call of Duty. I didn't own it. My friends owned it, so we would like go over and drink alcohol, and we play Call of Duty and smoke. Guild War 2. Oh, Han, Heroes of New Earth. I got into Dota. So I played a ton until my awakening. Yeah, played a lot. Yeah, I played Han heavily, and I was not even good at the game. It made me more angry than anything, just because, you know, I had issues that was unsolved. It's a team effort, and it's a very difficult play, you know, difficult game. Working together online and communication, right? The way you succeed in these games is communication, and if you don't have good communication with yourself, you don't know how to communicate with others. And a lot of people don't have good communication skills because we just weren't taught that. What do you say here? It also spent time it helped me process my deep anger more, but I'm not done processing it. If I ever get an itch to play a game, I'll just download a phone game and play it for maybe a week or two. The longest I maybe in like would be a month, and I would just delete it because it would just be it messes with me too much, my discipline. But I need it from time to time just to like, all right, my mind knows. I get bored easily because games, there's not a lot of creativity. It's somebody else's creativity. You have fun in the box. I prefer music and sound healing and helping people more because you get love also. Games, you just kind of like, there's no, it's less, it's not as meaningful. Being here is way more meaningful. Helping people and being of service gives my life a lot more meaning. And that's something that is so precious. And it's also way more difficult than a video game. Let's just be honest. Helping people is way more difficult than games. And so there's all the criteria are met. Oh, congratulations. He says, I just won tickets to a Jets game. Like the Jet 2 holiday or Jet game. Jets hockey game. Oh, okay. Didn't know there was a Jets hockey. Respect for that. But what does meaningful mean? What is the meaning in the end? I don't live for the end. I live for the now. When you focus too much on the end, you miss your whole life that's happening now. If you live your life now with meaning, so what's the meaning now? It's what you choose for it to be. Mine, I call it fulfillment. Deep contentment, simmering in joy, quietly blissful, like surfing a long, smooth wave for a long time. Eventually you fall off, you get back on another smooth, long wave through the whole coast. What do you want your now to be like? If you want your life to be peaceful, focus and develop a peaceful now. Eating with peace, walk with peace, speak with peace, breathe with peace. Or do you just wait to peace later, and later never comes? When you get to your destination, a new destination begins. So it's never enough. After I get the job, then I'll feel peaceful. After I get the girlfriend, well, you get the girlfriend. No, after I get married, and after I get a house, after I get a white picket fence, and right after I get goats, and you get the goats. Oh, they want a horse too. What about now? Happiness is not the destination. Happiness is the journey, excuse me. Partners bring peace. I thought we were supposed to do it. You got a girlfriend now, bro? You got a girlfriend now? The Swami got a girlfriend? Your friend came in here to ask me to do a podcast. I say, ask me next year. Maybe. Once we build friendship. Being happy in the present moment is important. At the same time, your mind should be oriented towards the future so you can grow into the person you aspire to become. Absolutely. But imagine most people cannot feel joy until they aspire to become the thing they're pursuing to be. What we're trying to share in here is you can be happy on the way to more happiness. They don't know they could be happy now and complete on their way to happiness. Everybody aspire and inspire to be something, but they don't learn to enjoy the now on the way there. We've been taught you have to be someone, that we forget to enjoy the one. You be grateful for it on the way to more greatness. So that's why a lot of people are lonely as hell. I'm tired of seeing people lonely, sad, and depressed because they don't realize they're beautiful, they're magical, they're powerful. That's the way they are. We've been taught we're not good enough till we prove ourselves that. And so we have a bunch of people walking around unhappy and sad because they don't have a girlfriend yet. Because they haven't made their parents proud yet. They haven't made themselves proud yet. Well, why don't they just learn to be proud of who they are today? You've come so far. You decided to live, and you can get better. Every day is an opportunity to improve. But also learn to be grateful that you woke up today. This is the basics. That's the basic right there. If you don't have that basic in your life, damn. Get the basics down. That's pre-K. That's like the super foundation. Right? What I just shared with y'all, that's the super foundation. I am enough. I am enough. My beauty is enough. This moment is enough. This life right now is enough. With the job that I hate is enough. With the parents I might not get along with is enough. Right? With things I don't agree with, this is enough for me. And then slowly improve from there. Because when you feel good, you can do a lot of good. When you feel bad, you're going to do a lot of bad. Do you see how, like, when you gain wisdom, it's that simple. But when you don't have wisdom, you always blame the damn government. You always blame your mama. You blame your ex. You blame something, but you're not responsible. Blaming don't change a thing. Being responsible for it does. Welcome, Sean, Trev. It's the grateful peace I have been letting slip. Gratitude is the number one practice that we can easily do, because gratitude is like practicing something we already, like we're appreciating the things we already have. When our life is negative, oftentimes we're focusing on all the negative things, all the things we don't have. I'm lonely and single and sad. Like, oh shoot, at least you're alive. It's true, I'm alive. You're breathing, right? You got 10 fingers? Some people have 9. Shoot, you still got 9 if you, right? You had some water or coffee to drink this morning? Your ears work? That's why you can hear me right now? Thank you for my ears. Thank you for gratitude itself. Thank you that we can be thankful for things so that we can have a deeper relationship with the things we already have. Thank you for loving people in a community that respect each other. Even thank you for the people who are mean to me, telling me to just shut up and play the ball. It's like, oh, thank you for the teaching of boundaries. Thank you for the strength we see in the community, like Sister Grace. That's a big heart. Grateful for the big heart in the community. Yes, life can be difficult, but at least we have people that we resonate with, you know. I'm grateful for being here with y'all. You know, it's been a 7-year journey. Almost, I think it's almost 8 years really, but I just like to go with the conservative number. How lots of wisdom has grown. Before we just used to do ASMR. Now, wisdom. Now we have everything, all the bouginess. I'm grateful for the maturity of people in the community, like Sister Jane. That's incredible work. 80-year-old lady who loved Mystic Village locally in Houston and online, start her own grief group in her assisted living home. That the universe told me, hey, give her a nice singing bowl. And so I gave her one of the G singing bowl because she's assisting people in. She stepped up to do her part, and her health, like her healing, is amazing. Like she had a lot of shaking from Parkinson, and then she was able to reverse it through spiritual practice and devotion. Like, and now it's like it only gets better. That's why I show up and I do the sincere thing. That's why I'm not just sitting here trying to get my numbers up. I focus on quality, right? Because before I used to focus on like, all right, what is, right? We got to 2,000 viewers at one point, and I'm like, okay, is that it? And so instead, I focus more on quality and genuine community building than entertainment. Yeah. So it's a team effort. It's great to see Happier Family, Sisters Tanya family doing great work. You just keep mentoring. Of course, you're gonna. And even if people get off track, we're still here. Because sometimes it's difficult, That's why I'm always here. You don't know when your day will be, and sometimes you need somebody to talk to. Thank you. Amazing. We're just in a good flow in here, And plus, I filter out a lot of people because I like to speak the truth that's really bold, and it pisses people off that I'm bluntly straightforward, unapologetic too. And so when you're bluntly honest with the truth and unapologetic, it triggers a lot of people. And so they don't stay in here because I just become kind of annoying. Luckily, there's other communities to go to. Thank you for other communities that do different work than what we do in here. Real talk, you know. The truth is that I'm just doing what's been transferred. Like my main teachers, the Buddha, like Michael Beckwith, Thich Nhat Hanh, Master Khao Chin. I'm just continuing. Nothing that I'm saying here is new. It's ancient wisdom that's been here. It's just in a world of lies, the truth seems absurd. Imagine we're being manipulated so much that ancient wisdom is still true to this day, but there's a lot like trying to keep us, because it's harder to control people who are aware and awakened. If you're unaware, the TV can piss you off with anything. I'm at the lowest point I have ever been in my life. I can't seem to shake it this time. The best thing about the rock bottom is that the only place you can go up, or the only place you can go is up. But imagine this, our rock bottom is somebody's highlight. Like sometimes our worst is somebody's like, that's just a walk in the park for me. We're all going through something. And that's why community helps each other aware and educate so that we can rise together. The main part is, what's your rock bottom? Not the rock bottom, okay? Can you smell it? When, well, when I hit my rock bottom, the one thing I was not doing was I did not keep moving. So depression set in, misery sets in, loneliness, sadness, because I stopped moving. I didn't exercise. I didn't go out into nature. Didn't get any sunlight. Luckily, I had one thing, my cat. I would be so depressed, and the cat would just lay on me. Didn't go anywhere. Just talk to my cat. That's a guardian angel, you know. That's why I have a really, soft spot for the cat, because the cat saved my life before. You're like all sad. You're like, because I would be all doped up from Molly's and just didn't sleep very much. I would come home, the cat already knew, like, oh, he's effed up. And she would just lay on my chest. All right, I pet you. Hard to breathe. You're laying on my chest, but that's fine. It's love. Yeah. My dog was mine, but I had to put him to sleep. Yeah, it's impermanence. Sometimes we have a really difficult time with life and death naturally. But it's the nature of life that there's death. Right? Impermanence, such a beautiful, it's just natural. We don't have to fear it. I always remember to. That's why we honor anybody who come in and anybody passed away. I always honor that because it's a sacred thing. Because it's all we have, our life. I don't take my flutes or the bowls with me. I just leave. Right. This is my stuff. Maybe go wherever, Goodwill. But the spirit continue somewhere. Do you believe in Jesus? I believe Jesus as a teacher. I know some people believe in Jesus as God, and I understand that's what Christian. I see Jesus as a great teacher, just like Buddha. And I believe God is love. That's it. You can meditate and feel your ancestors or any loved ones. But don't be attached. Impermanent. I love what you do. That you go to a university. Yeah, I dropped out of college like 3 times. The first 2 times was for because my life was lost. But the 3rd time, the universe tell me, you're not meant to be here. But I went back to college and got all A's and got on the dean's list and scholarship, and the universe says, you're not meant to be here. That's why it didn't work out for you. Oh. All right, then I go somewhere else. Like, imagine I dropped out of college for the third time with all A's. Because the universe told me, you're not meant to be here. I went to school for basics, and then I went back to school for digital communications. Became a wedding videographer for 3.5 years. Became a massage therapist for another 2 years. And then decided to walk the mystic route until I found my path. And then eventually I found live streaming. And I still develop myself in the process. People are a walking sacred text. You are a walking holy scripture, and your stories of your life can change lives for the better. You're like a living God. Everyone's an expression of the divine, and there's something to teach from everybody. That's right. So that's why they say we're made in the image. We're already, right? Your life as it is something so sacred. And it gets better, right? In the beginning, it doesn't seem sacred. How can it be sacred? I'm depressed as hell. Not right. Nothing is permanent except change. Even your sadness is impermanent. Your joy is also impermanent. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. When you catch yourself in a cycle and you want to break out, you need to go educate yourself on how others break out of addictive cycles. Right? So the more you study how people quit substance, then you make a plan. That's the key right there. Educate and then make a plan. Execute your plan. If the plan doesn't have good results, then revise the plan until you have effective results. But the only reason we don't follow through on our plan is because of distractions. Well, what kind of distractions are we talking about? Freaking anything and everything. TV, History Channel, sports, gaming, news, right? All these distracting things that don't help you, ancient aliens, right? The politics that don't help you, right? All these ideology that don't help you. Shopping, you're buying stuff, but your life don't get better. Right? You're going out and drinking, but your life don't get better. You're just getting a little band-aid. So that's why you have to cut out so much so that you can lock in and focus on improving. But many people don't because we're attached to our friends who keep us at that lower vibration. It's like trying to quit smoking and drinking, but you still hang out at the bar. Your friends all go hang out at the bar. The only time you hang out with your friends at the damn bar. Well, how the hell are you going to quit drinking and smoking if you keep hanging around the bar? But all your friends go there. Well, you need some new friends. I had to ditch all my friends because I was living, my whole life was designed for distractions. I wasn't fulfilled. And I realized a lot of the people who are hanging out with they're looking for they're just going, they're just following like something that's been passed down from generation to generation, which is why the people who wants to keep you ignorant, they're more interested in controlling narrative. They want to, right? Everyone goes to the bar. What's your body count? Let's smoke this. It's in the music. Right? We're just embodying the things we listen to. That's toxic. Crush it big, little bit, roll it up, take a hit. I'm on the pursuit of happiness. But do I even get there? Most of the time, no. Or let's not talk about that because that's too real. I'll be fine once I get it. Tell me what you know about dreams. People fall in love in mystery. I want that fantasy too. Maybe it's all part of a plan. I just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you understand. And so everyone has, right, there's a lot of narrative machine that keeps us, like that's why it's called the Matrix. There's a lot of the narrative machine that keeps us like this, but it can't close this thing. It can't close it. It can only close your 5 senses. But that's why through meditation, you purify your senses to not, right, like everything that's ever been taught to you, you start to see through what's beyond all the things I've ever been taught since I was born. But it's dangerous because if you don't go all the way, you get stuck. Because you're, right, it's like you're moving away from everything that you know to learn more. And it's a rough ocean. Just keep rowing the damn boat, brothers, sisters. Keep climbing the mountain. Get to the other side.
Take it back.
Hello. Hola. Welcome to Empress Selly. We got Amber, Sean, Green Gears, Joshua Adams, 333. Oh. Spawn again. Welcome. Lots of OG. Oh, I'm drinking diluted espresso. Just double the water. Welcome, Owen. Hope everything's been peaceful and loving. I have one of those Keurig machine, but I use a refillable, so I repack like a aluminum refillable thing, and it works amazing. Yeah. It was Grace's machine, and I learned it makes great if you just find a good. It's a pressurized cup. So it pumps it out evenly, and I learned how to use it well, and it's cheap. Instead of getting the bells, all the crazy bells and whistles, you're just like, oh, it works. Yeah, it's like a Nespresso. It's called like a Starbucks Nespresso or whatever, and I just refill it with my own bean. Just pack it. You have to pack it yourself. Yeah. Nespresso, yeah. But it's like it's all the same. You want some lo-fi? Yeah, we should do some more. We should do an uplifting mystical flow. Whatever that means. You know what I mean? The universe usually, I just sit here, the music flows. Just pay attention. Feng shui it. The best way to inspire an uplifting flow is to play something uplifting, like a pad. And you know it's made by a human being because psych, I'm AI. When you're happier, you have love to share. It would be difficult to help people if you didn't help yourself first, Owen. But you help your friend because your cup's starting to fill. Just make sure it overflow. Because if you don't overflow and you help people, you get drained. And when you get drained, fill your cup again. What flute is your favorite? I mean, I love the contrabass flutes. I love bassy flutes. It's hard to say. Do you still have your first flute ever? Yeah. From 5th grade, the recorder where we play My Heart Will Go On, that sound like a broken. From the brand Tudor, Tudor, Tudor or whatever. Mary had a little lamb. You know, oh shoot. That was. Thank you, Sister Christy. Have a good night. Weston, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for your peace and love. Hope you enjoyed that musical journey. It's been flowing good. I'm just glad the music has got like a flow. That's the because when I can feel the flow, I'm sure like the community also flow too. Seamless, no distraction, just need a little bit more refinement because there's a lot going on in many places and things. Mind melted. Oh, okay. Beautiful. But I think there's, as much as sometimes you want things to be easier, it's just when you're doing something that's technical, it's gonna be that way. But at least it's not stressing me out. Yeah. It's like technical but not stressful. It's like a puzzle, yeah. Welcome, Ariana, Katarzina, Alicia, thank you. I just want peace for myself and community, and just, be here and make my life work, pay my bills, enough to just eat one meal a day, enough to be a good person, a good husband, stay humble and keep growing. Good leader, great leader. Okay. Let's reset. Thank you, Snuggle Buns. Thank you for everybody's devotion. Many people are consistent in being here, and I hope that your life is improving with the community, because a lot of people's life is getting better. Yeah, eating once a day definitely gives me enough energy. But and if it doesn't, I just add more calories in my once a day. But I time it. It's like not eating too early is the key, which takes about, honestly, 2 weeks to get into. And you gotta get used to your stomach being emptier. You gotta get used to not being full all the time. And yeah, your life changes because the way you eating is a huge part of life. So if you just eat once a day, there's a lot more time to do other stuff throughout the day. Yeah. Really. Imagine we eat 3 times a day. When I cut out eating whenever, twice a day basically was before. Yeah, it's a multi-stream. There's a horizontal YouTube stream and a vertical also. And I'm working on tightening up my discipline more and more. It's just, And your body detox itself when you fast for a bit. Yeah, I mean, you can eat a lot once a day. It's just more about, I don't eat foods that have strong seasoning, because strong seasoning, it leads to wanting to eat more. I like seasoning, but it F's up your liver and all your organs, too much processing. And it makes your brain attached to sugars, right? A lot of things we eat it's very addictive without us realizing that's what it is. I barely add condiments. I make sure to not overdo it with the condiments. Once in a while, I do. But most of the time I don't. Because I know the consequences. Yeah. Spices is fine. For example, I eat 4 eggs a day. And then in the eggs, I don't season it very much. Yeah. And then I eat just straight avocado a lot, grapefruit. I realize a lot of the food, the reason we eat a lot too is because of the addictive chemicals inside of the ketchup, the high fructose corn syrup and all this thing. It makes you want to eat more because that's why it's banned in many countries. So every time I eat anything with high fructose corn syrup, I know, okay, hey, this thing makes you want to eat more, so be careful. That's it. So I'm hyper aware when I eat something. Like when I drink a soda that has, corn syrup, I know, hey, this is once in a while, it's not bad, but know that it can be tomorrow and the next day. There's a danger. Yeah. Which requires responsibility and discipline, which is the hardest thing to develop, discipline. Many people, if I can say one thing that truly changed my life, it's discipline. Right? Because you can have a great idea and a great vision. Like, you want to play the flute, very good. But if you don't discipline yourself to play 30 minutes or 15 minutes a day, you won't get there. Right? For me to sit like this on a daily basis, I start with 1 hour. Well, I start with 0 minutes, right? And then I start, all right, 15 minutes. Ow, my back hurts. Then I was able to meditate for about 1 hour straight. And then I was able to sit for 2 hours. And then I was able to sit for 3 hours. 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. But before that, it's just little, like it's incremental. And so with discipline, it's the same thing. You start with little things and you slowly evolve. And over time, your whole life changes for the better. When you fall off your discipline, what do you do? What technique do you use to get back on track? Do you just fall off? Many people don't have it. Many people don't start over. Well, if you start over and you fall off again, do you just start over again? So you have to change your attitude. You have to like be more sharp. Because if being loose with your discipline doesn't work, you have to sharpen, like lock in. You can't just have the same, all right, let's just start over again. I effed up, sorry. So that's why you gotta lock in and change your attitude. Right? If being laxed and relaxed towards your discipline ain't working, then you gotta like be a little bit more firm. And lock in. Unless you just want to fall off for the rest of your damn life. That's real talk. Do you want to fall off? Do you want results or do you want to fall off for the rest of your life? That's why you gotta lock in. Like, yes, take your time, but don't take too long, because some people have been trying to quit smoking for 20 years. But how can they find success here? Because we get each other to lock in and have results. Accountability. And some people don't like the lock-in thing, then this community won't be for you if you don't like to lock in. In here, we like to lock in because we like results. If you don't like results, you just say, yeah, I quit smoking last year for a month because I had a substance test for a job that I was applying at. Yes, result driven. Be a result driven person. Imagine living life with no results. What the heck are we doing out here? Lying to each other, lying to ourselves? Sadly, it's the lack of integrity that's effing up society. The lack of self-integrity and the lack of integrity with each other. And then when you see other people grow and you don't grow, sometimes we get jealous. Instead of locking in and growing, we just get jealous of other people's growth and success instead of study them. Why did this person grow? How did Thich Nhat Hanh be? Why is that person flute sound so good? I'll go, like when I see somebody have good flute technique, I'm studying already. Like, I say, instead of be jealous, be inspired. But the ego, it loves jealousy because that's called ignorance. But the heart becomes inspired because inspiration is more useful than jealousy. Basics. Don't get jealous of people. Be inspired. So yeah, so when I see somebody like flutter the flute differently, you're like, oh, word? Well, why is that unique? Oh, the flow of what they're doing is. So I'll borrow a tiny technique from somebody's good technique and add it to what I'm doing because I'm inspired. Right? No, it's that's my stomach. The microphone very sensitive. When I see somebody have great result, I was like, ooh, I want to know more. Is this authentic great result? So I go study. Some people, they look like they have great result, but when you study deeper, a lot of it is acting. So the way you study deeper is you just observe and learn more about people. 3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. What's done in the dark will always be brought to the light. And so when somebody has genuine good results, their fruits are great fruits. You're like, wow. And as you study people with great result, you start to have a deeper awareness of authentic and inauthentic people just by looking in their eyes and how they live their life. You start to see, are they sincere or manipulative? Just through observation. How do you know I eat 1 meal a day? That's the sign right there. No. My body is detoxing, is digesting, right? Results, and you can tell the detail. And whenever you do your best to be a good person, the universe always bless you with information, help you to be aware in case people wish you bad. In case people, they come with bad intention, the universe always, be careful. And you're like, oh. I don't even have to go to the information. The information comes to me. Wherever I go, the information, oh, really? All right, thank you. And then you just play dumb. Like, you just become more aware. With good people, they know how to help and protect each other. There's a lot more good people than bad people. That's why the world is still the way it is. That's why I love the quote, 3 things cannot hide for long, the moon, the sun, and the truth. Anger is like drinking poison expecting the other person to die. Like when you wish bad on other people, the bad is what's felt within you. Like when we say, I hate you, we're the one that feels the hate. But some people miss the message. And it makes us sick and hold on to resentment and all these things. In here we just keep, in here I just keep it 100 with you. But some people don't resonate with your truth. And that's why there's many communities, right? My teacher is very bluntly honest. Because why? We don't got time to waste. Like if you're doing something that lacks emotion and feeling, he just tells you, I don't feel anything. No feeling. If you do something and it's missing love, he'll just say, somebody no love, somebody no feeling do this, and he'll just redo the whole thing. And you're like, ooh. Yeah, and hurt people will hurt people. It's sometimes very hard to forgive our abusers because they F you up. But they don't know better. But it's really hard to forgive people sometimes because we don't know better either. That's why they call it the 3 poisons in Buddhism. That the 3 things that make you spin the wheel of misery: anger, greed, and ignorance. When you don't know better, you keep spinning the wheel of misery. Instead of wheel of fortune. That's why when everything in here is donation based. Right. That's why I don't even sell tickets to anything that I do, because that's not what I was taught. You know? But that's okay. Some people, they got a different lesson. The thing that inspired me was pure energy and pure healing. You know? And my teacher didn't charge me any money to go to anything. He blessed me. He gave me. And so I just continue what I was taught. That's all. Then you don't have to be a member. You don't have to join anything. You just show up and be a good person and help others. That's what all our ancestors did. Help each other, take care of each other, but also be honest. That's why I like a lot of older folks. You know why? They just say the truth without giving without caring about your feelings. I appreciate that, because they got nothing to lose. They just say out front how it really is. And that's how I grew up, around bluntly honest people. Yeah. Which I didn't know how to deal with initially. I was like, why are they like that? That's just how they are. Fire energy. And your water energy. And the master taught me how to be harmonious. It's like, I'm so water energy, but how come all this fire dragging around? You're like, fire, 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 fire. Eventually, I learned to evolve because I needed to. And you can evolve too. Learn to be harmonious. Because if you're not firm with some people, they'll never learn. It means that if I'm too nice with everybody, some people won't take me seriously, because being nice doesn't work in teaching some people who need you to be firm sometimes. Like, oh shoot, he's standing on business. Right? It's like, for example, welcome, please love yourself. Everything's gonna be okay. And so when you say, please love yourself, and they just don't get it, I'm like, please love yourself and meditate. And they still don't do it. Should I just keep repeating, please love yourself, you'll get it one day. Everything's gonna be okay, but they're not okay. Do I just keep doing that? No. You have to be willing to shift your energy to be effective in your life. Which is why it's sad to see there's a lot of card readers who tell people, they tell people the difficult, they're like, wow, that truth, I resonate with that. I needed to hear that. Thank you. Take $111 and still do nothing. They heard the truth that they need, but there was no practical result from there. And they just like to come hear the truth, but don't take any action. And people will pay for that. They get to hear the truth, but no action. Life's still the same. just coming to get another fortune reading again. And that's why the industry is so, that's why the card reading thing is so popular. Like, word. Yeah. That's why I say I like this straightforward, because I like to cut the fluff. Yeah, sometimes it's vague reading, and sometimes they're just saying a lot of pretty stuff. That means that just go, oh, word, love, and light. Peace. And then you're like, oh. The scripture that says faith without works is dead. 100. That's why I always remember when all my time with my spiritual teacher, because a lot of people didn't want to do their work. They only want to look pretty around the master. Here comes the master. They follow and they look spiritual. They act spiritual. But when the master's not there, let me watch my phone. Hey, master's coming. Oh. Y'all faking. Y'all not even here to practice. You're just here to act. When I kept seeing that, I was like, are they learning anything, or they just come here to hang out? They didn't learn. So they just went back to their old life. Yeah. Yeah, it's more about they want to be around someone like that's disciplined and iconic, but they don't want to practice what they're doing. And I kept seeing like, wow, why do y'all come here if you're not here to learn? Then I realized they're not here to learn. They come here to use the master for their own gain. They come to because they look right there. You can get a lot of network. You can get people to come get to your massage business. Right? People come to church or temple. Sometimes they're just looking for business or money opportunity. They didn't come for spirituality. It's an opportunist thing, which is kind of sad. But that's just how it is. Like, even in the Bible, Jesus has to cast out the merchants from the temple. Some people did therefore more business than spirituality. They're there for opportunity rather than enlightenment. That's okay. That's life, right? It's just, I just stay away from that crowd. That crowd comes here, likes what we're doing, but don't practice what we're doing. Eventually we part ways because we're just not on the same frequency. It's not personal. It's like, it's just, that's what you do, what I do. Just, you can choose the path that you want. But the one thing that we have really good in this community, we passionate in here. There's a lot of passion for helping each other, you know. Lori says, on a more positive note, thanks for early AM. The girl is safe in her apartment and no more issues today. Okay, beautiful. I'm glad she didn't keep banging on your door. Jesus spoke to the Pharisees and Mary Magdalene. Oh, okay. I don't know about, you know, I just talk about the details that I resonate with in a more spiritual approach. I like to engage in things that lead to inspiration and practicality. When I see the conversation not leading to practicality or learning how to use a tool or inspiring in using the tool, breathing, paying attention, awareness, it's all good. There's a lot of great knowledge in the Holy Bible. There's a lot of knowledge freaking in Bob Marley's music. There's deep inspiration could be found anywhere. But I like results from it, you know. How do you balance professional work in life, earning a wage to pay bills, and the pursuit of enlightenment and spiritual life? It depends on how you practice. Why does job have to be separate from the pursuit of spiritual practice? Could we just apply spiritual practice in our professional setting too? I'm not saying go preach the gospel at your work, but you can apply the way you can apply the things you know in the work setting as much as in meditation and prayer. When you're driving the car, you can apply mindfulness and meditation. But it may be very difficult because some jobs are very stressful. And whenever the job is more stressful, it requires more compassion. Understanding it more. Understanding what everyone's going through helps us to. Like maybe you have a negative coworker. And you just, man, that person's negative again. But instead, we should, what happened that made them like that? Instead of things just being annoyed by negative people, just go, what made them that way? Maybe you have a boss that's that's really rude. Like, what made the boss that way? It's right. Earth to Libby says sometimes work is the best training ground. Pressure makes the diamonds. I work in hospital setting as a cleaner. I learned to apply meditation techniques as a server in a restaurant. In everything I did it with, I took a little bit longer time to do it. A little bit longer, right? So instead of rushing to the computer to put in the food order, I walk with a little bit more awareness. When I'm ringing in the order, I breathe deeper. I double check the order as a meditative discipline, and I press in and I scan. Done. Everything has a good flow instead of like. Thank you, Sean. Don't share the details, share the fruits of embodying them. Exactly. Except in here it's a lot different. I only share the detail with my inner circle practitioners or people who are interested. And that's not everybody. You're like, why are you telling me this right now? At work. I'm just trying to give the customer the food. Yeah. Now you be caring too much. You can cut, your phone has 2 speakers. If you don't have headphones, you can temporarily if you're looking for a sound healing experience, you can just cup your hand like this and get a stereo experience. Wow, 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 wow. Let's go on another musical journey. Happy Thursday. We think, how about some ocean or some river sound? How about stomach sound? Is that called non-negotiable or whatever? Okay, sign to drink water. Who knows? Ocean wave or distant ocean. Waves with seagulls. Okay, let's try that. Hello, Tanya. Thank you for your kind words, Sister Tanya. We all need each other. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. When we shine, we can help others shine. So our children can shine, and our children will help others shine, and their children too. And other people's children too. That's the beautiful part. Then the world shines. Keep doing good work with yourself and your family, sister. Here we go. Yeah, sometimes I fall asleep listening to my music. Yeah, it's emotional for sure. But when I make it, I'm aware that what's going out is like even more because you just relax. Making it is an honor, but a difficulty, you know? I'm gonna start recording everything that I'm doing and just put it out. Like, you know, I make like 8 songs a day. Okay. A lot of music. Maybe like 6 to 10 songs every day. And my goal is like, okay, whatever sounds amazing, I will put out. If it's not amazing, I won't, well, at least great. If I don't feel something, I won't put it out. but it's starting to. This one. And that's another, another experience. Yeah. And then as I get better, I'm gonna switch over to probably using a Bandcamp or whatever, or because I see a lot of people losing faith in music streaming services. But I'll just put it out just to build community. To me, I care more about you getting the positive vibes, because the universe always takes care of me. Always. Really. I just need to like keep giving, keep serving, make sure I'm balanced. Yeah, Grace comes in here. She listens to more Vietnamese music. Yeah. But she's listened to my music, but it's not like something she actively does, which I think is a good thing, so that we can just be about each other. And then I casually are interested in her sign language, and she's casually interested in Mystic Village. She knows, right? She knows what we do in here. It's good to have. It's pure. That's what it is. We're like, oh, that's what you do. That's what I do. But when we're together, it's more about us just being together than anything else, and that is so sacred, So it's very relaxing when we're together, because we that's what we're consistent with, bringing good energy to each other, even if you had a bad day or things happen. And so that's why y'all have this too, right? So what we do in here, I apply in every part of my life. What I do with my wife, I do here, I do with local community. In here, though, you just get a lot more spiritual depth. But not everyone in here sees me as a teacher, but the ones that do stay here longer. And that's who I'm here. Like, that's why I share deeper, because I see a lot of respect happening. But when I see somebody coming in here and don't respect my, because whenever they don't respect you, they always try to out-talk you. They try to show their dominance in spiritual knowledge. And that's okay. That's the internet. I'm here for all of it. It's a great lesson. Yeah. Copy paster, and then there's just people who they want to out wisdom you but won't start their own community. Oh no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about you, Sister K2. It's all good. When you're respectful, we know, sister, don't worry. I'm just generally speaking. And that's why I purposely, that's why I'm raw on myself deeply. Because people who don't love you get annoyed of you easier when you're truly yourself. When I crack jokes and they get annoyed because they're not really here for you. Right? So when I crack a lot of jokes and talk a lot, the people who don't like that, it's hard to be in here if you don't even like who I am, but just want the music. So that's why there's other people. So I do it. I just stay true to being myself, because when you're truly yourself, the people who don't like you get annoyed and they go somewhere else. Yeah. We can tell when you're a good person. we can tell really quickly when you come with some, what do you call it? With something attached, because your language and the way you operate, we pay attention to a lot of detail in here. It just doesn't look like we pay attention. Because it's energy, every word, all the timing. Oh, Daniel. Right. The timing, when they say it, why they say it. Yeah. Of course you were hurt. You know why? You crossed the boundary. But there's a lesson there. I still remember. Well, the thing is, if you didn't learn from last time, it will happen again, but that's okay. I like to... We're really patient with people, but the moment you cross... Like, imagine we give people like 10 chances in here. But the moment you cross the line too much, goodbye. Especially, right? Because sometimes your ego gets the best of you. Well, you're just going to have to create a new account and join us again. Right? I could be like, oh, you're back? Block. No, it's not. It's about harmony. When you become disharmony, right? When you're harmonious, everything's great. But when you cause disharmony, then we had to take some action to protect our peace. It's a hard call, but guess what? I'm not here to just be cute and hang out and just hit bowl so y'all can fall asleep. There's other streams for that. In here, we operate differently. It's a lot more meaningful because we talk a lot. And we do a lot of deep music in between all those things. She says, I think it was your ego, double ego, your end and my end. But remember, even though we blocked you, you came back here. You came back. We have a hard boundary and we go, you know what, we'll let you in. That's how I know, like, clearly you didn't learn from last time, but that's okay. Love is patient. Love is kind. But for you to make a return of you getting hurt and then mentioning that it was ego on both ends, do you not see what you're doing? You got blocked and came back and right, and still criticize. You want to come back. You made a second account to come back. And you're doing the same thing off the bat. Off the bat. It's like you want to be in here, but your ego but that's okay. we're gonna move forward. It's just, what can you do when somebody, you like what we're doing in here, but you don't respect what we're doing in here? But I like that you're at least upfront about, before you weren't that openly like this. Before, you like always were mean, and then you're like, oh, never mind. But that one day you just pressed on. And that's when we go, oh. It was many times, right? It was about 30, like 20 to 30 times to where we were super patient with you, to us. You know why? Because I pay attention. I'm not just here hanging out. I was just in a lot of fear and pain that day, and thinking about karma, and you were like, oh, okay. Let's put the past, leave it, the past in the past, okay? We're gonna start fresh again. You're respectful, humble. We're respectful and humble to each other. Okay? The past is okay. If you didn't want to be here, you wouldn't create another account to hang out with us again. I like that you make the effort. That I'm I'll unblock your account. Because I want people to be here. But we love harmony in here. And on a daily basis, we make sure it's peaceful and harmonious. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like getting along, but, it's just more about respect. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people sleep here and all that. Yeah, everyone's here for a different reason. Some people, they're just like, it's interesting. It's okay, we forgive each other. I forgive you. I didn't even, I didn't even hold on. It was just like, oh, you just crossed a boundary. We just follow our principles and values. Yeah, that's all. I even forgot until you reminded me. Oh yeah, that was you. Because to me, I'm hanging out, having a good time making music. Yeah. Okay, we make one more song. Oh. So are we gonna move forward, or are we gonna dwell in the past again? That's it. That's okay, sister. You get one more chance. Let go of the past. You're back here for a reason. There's millions of other live stream and community. Welcome, Frost. I was one of your first Twitch viewers. Thank you for still hanging out with us. You know, when I was studying with my master, he asked me one question. How come there are only one monk at this temple? There used to be a lot of monks, but no monks now. So I went to investigate. Or I started paying attention and asking, like, why is there just one monk at this temple? Because the master, he does work that is effective. Right? Because a lot of monks, they want to do traditional stuff. Chant, repeat, copy, paste. He does something that helps community. The monk, they just want to Namo Amitofo, right? Namo Amitofo, Namo Ami. All day they want to just do stuff like Buddhist religious stuff. But he actually helps people gain wisdom. But the way he does it is really blunt and straightforward. And he doesn't like hanging out. He wants to use his life, not just chill all day. And he used to be very firm. And I was like one of the last 2 to 3 people who he trained hard. And I understood, because they cannot deal with the bodhisattva training. It's scary the way he trains you, because he's really straightforward. And the monks didn't like it. They couldn't deal with him because he just was effective. Basically, he's not lazy. So he would rather journey alone than to journey with other immature people who didn't like results. I knew I found my master. I was like, wow, you even pissed off other monks standing for the truth you believe in. Sounds like a real one to me. course, he demonstrated other things like, oh, you're gifted and talented. Okay, why is this gifted, talented mystic master in my life? Oh, he's here to train you. It's scary. The master is scary. Let's just say it, okay? I'm gonna just say he's scary. You know why? He sees right through you and say how it is. Like, oh shoot. But if you keep getting scared, he stops doing it. He's more gentle with you if you don't like the truth. If the truth hurts you, he's going to be more gentle with the truth, and eventually. But if you can deal with the truth, he keeps giving, like being honest with you to help you grow. But if you start to like be iffy, he knows, oh, you're at your limit. Because everyone has their limit. He did his job too. Can you ever think of a time when you weren't right where you were in the moment? Oh yeah, Grace has the same birthday as the master. That's so hilarious. Yes, I saw that. Yes, the master lives at the temple. It's a living space, right? But the temple is not like other temples because the master is so involved with decorating the space that it feels like a sanctuary that's non-generic. Like there's always the flowers are real because people donate so much flowers that the temple's not so big to where he can decorate, because some temples are way too big to decorate. He told me, yeah, he leaves from time to time. How about this? He's a gifted individual who eventually became a monk because the path led him that way. He wasn't born into the monkhood. So and so he's like, he says, you can be better than me. A lot of people want to be like the master, but he tells you could be better. And I take that seriously. So I just do my part. And how can I be, right? Because there's things that he can't do, right? He has amazing gifts, but the musical gifts, not as much. Maybe he can write music, but singing and instruments, no. Memory, he's got like the craziest memory. He said his memory is like a medicine box, like a Chinese medicine box. It's like a medicine cabinet, like the memory palace. I think he's just got his. I don't have that, but I do have other things. Right? Like, yeah. We all have some kind of gift. We all have some kind of gift. Like there's something you can do that I definitely can't do. And that's why we're always going to be student and teacher to each other. Every day I learn something new. Here we go. 3 ohms, breathing in. Thank you, Brother Emmanuel. Inhale. Breathing in. Please love your damn self. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful life, wonderful night. Thank you, Sister Lori. Thank you for being about harmony and the year of the fire horse. Let the past go and move forward. Three things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you for everybody's patience. We get to exercise lots of patience. And I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frickle. Thank you.